Alright, I'm going to show you the 4 things that are talked about in this blog. The first one is, how in the world do you take this Android device here and take a picture of something so that the text in the picture can get altered into an editable or usable, alterable text form. And the first step in doing that is this button right here. If I click that, you'll see I have 4 major options. I have documents, spreadsheets, document from photo. I'm going to pick this last one right here. And that reveals my camera for me, and when I lift this off you'll see I have a camera, and if I slide a piece of paper underneath it, I can then snap a photo of it and it will grab all the text off of that. Now I grabbed a pretty generic section of it so that what it renders will not be very intelligible, but I'm going to hit done and I'll just give you an example of what it looks like when it's all finished. It says, do you want to save it there? Hit OK. Now it says my file is being uploaded or updated. If I tip this back this way so that, there we go. So we can take a look at it. I can go to all my items, and there are some of my imported objects that I've rendered. And if I click on, let's say, this one right here that I did a few minutes ago, you can see that it throws just an image shot of what you took a picture of up on top, and then below you'll actually notice that it will put the text for you beneath it. Let me give you an example here. Possibly. Just being a little bit slow. Why is it doing this? Let's just take a look at the one that we just did. There we go. There's that picture that we took. And there's all the text that it grabbed underneath it. There we go. That's it for that version. So that's pretty simple, and it's a very nice way that if you have a hard copy of something, not a digital copy, and you want to quickly convert it to some editable text, this is the way to do it. Let's move away from the Android and to the iPad. We're going to take a look at a couple of things within here. Go back to all my docs. There are all my documents on my iPad within my Google site here, or within my Google Docs dashboard, and there's a bunch of different things that I can do, but one of them is I can click on this button and I'll show you quickly that you can share in 2 different ways. You can share with other people as collaborators, or you can even email this as an old traditional style attachment, and it's just that simple. You click the share button and you type in some web addresses or email addresses of whom you'd like to share it with, or you can click the email button and it will slap it into a dialog where you can email it to whomever you'd like as a regular old Word or RTF attachment, or depending on what it is. Then we come over here to the actions, and you can see how simple it is. Once you get a cloud printer set up, you can simply pop that button right there for print and it will send it off to your cloud enabled printer, and you have a hard copy ready to go to bring into your classroom, to bring into your business meeting, or whatever it is you're trying to do. The last thing that I want to take a look at is the desktop editing version of Google Docs. Once you're in here, you'll notice that there's a tiny little blue thread up here that says go to spreadsheet view. That really just means take me to my desktop view. Once you click on that, it gives you a little warning saying there might be some things that are glitchy or bizarre about this, and that's fine. I click on this and then it says wait, or working for a little bit, and now all of a sudden I have all my options up along the top that I typically have in my Google Docs spreadsheet anyways. A few of these don't work. For instance, the insert image certainly doesn't work, and there are some other things that don't work. But now, instead of highlighting an entire round, or instead of highlighting a whole row of options and then having to hit submit, I can highlight individual cells, and I can even insert or do some sorts of formatting, and I can insert comments. I can even, this is the beautiful part of the desktop version, is I can type in formulas if I so desire. So I could hit equals the sum of, and then choose my cells, and I could pick to aggregate or total up some of the cell options that I have in here, which is very clever, something that you can't do in the mobile version of Google Docs, except for now you have the desktop version. That's it in a nutshell. There's the 4 basic things that the blog covered. Hope you enjoyed.